Hey everyone, Mac is back. Today we're going to talk about frontline commanders for your mono formations, and even maybe we'll even touch on some of the two-troop formations as well, just to kind of throw that in there as well. These one thing to remember with these is they're going to be very situational based on how the upgrade of your commanders, if they're gold, if they're awakened, how far awakened are they, do they have their skill or not. So there's a lot to be involved in here, a lot of variables. So I'll just kind of go through what I have, and then I'll make recommendations based upon other qualities of commanders as well. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to go into your training grounds. I'm sorry, not your training, your military grounds off to the left, and your castle, where you have all your troops, and you can come to this formation page here, and this will kind of give you a better idea of which commanders to use. So just a very quick example, you can see here you can narrow each of your commanders down based upon what troop type they are, which is very nice feature that they have. So if I go to just the infantry here and say I want to put Seg in there, as you can see, Seg's going to grant me 21,000 extra bonus troops, and that's something that's a little bit underrated when you're trying to put in specific commanders for like a mono formation. So if I just want to have all these infantry, because I'm just going to a pure infantry formation, then I want to make sure I get his max amount of troops as well. So you want to make sure that they're all the level 10 for each commander, because if they are, then you're getting 21,000 extra troops per commander. So times 5, you're looking at 105,000 extra troops. So that's power, more power than you're probably going to get in some of those stats that you might for a lesser commander. So looking at just looking at Seg without just looking at Seg by himself, you can actually hover over these and it'll tell you at the very bottom there commander bonus. So for total health he gives 9.6%. For total attack he's 43.3%, and for total defense he's 43.3%. So looking just at those by themselves, since he is total attack and total health, total defense, it really doesn't matter in a mono. You're not getting any extra bonus, I should say, in a mono formation like this. So when you're looking at that, that's actually like 43% infantry attack. That's what you're getting. Now Seg is 4-star, so you would have to look at his ability as well, which gives an extra 13 or is it 10%? I think it's 10% or 13%, something like that. Total attack, defense, and health for the first like 10 or 12 seconds of the battle. So he is decent when it comes to that. Now if you look at your other commanders, it really depends on who you have gold. That's where I would start for anybody. Check your gold commanders and check your Awaken commanders as well. Actually I would start with Awaken commanders. So any ones you have Awakened first, check on those, because those are the ones you're probably going to use. So if I look at a 4-star here, a 4-star here, and then I see two more at these 3-stars, because when you get them to 3 stars, that's when you actually increased their stats. So if I like hover over Lads here, you can see that her stats are infantry health 64, attack 64, and defense 64. So no matter what, she's going to be in that. I mean, that's just massive amount of stats that you're getting from that. And then Chris is the same thing, infantry attack and health 48 and 48 plus his passives, so he'll be really good in there as well. And you're not going to want to just go with the top 5 of each one, of each mono formation here all the time, because there might be different ones that you want to try somewhere else where there may be a total attack or a better skill ability. So in this one, I always try to, if you have Layla 4 stars, I would always try to look at her first to try to find other a really good strong female lineup that you could do. Now in this case, probably not. I mean, I could probably put her in there because she helps every lineup no matter what with the total attack of 24%, which actually I think is like right around like I think 40%, close to 40% total attack. So she can throw in the extra attack. Her cap defense and cap health do absolutely nothing, so they're useless. But she also has the level 10 here, so she can get extra 21,000 troops. But I'm probably not going to put her in there because there's only 2 more females and I have the males. Now, if I go back to the infantry and say I want to sub in maybe Haley, if I had her, she's not very good. See, she does infantry attack. But I'm just, as for an example, if you had maybe say, let me look down here and say who's awakened. Okay, so say you had Andrea. Andrea would be a good one because she has infantry, health, attack, and defense. She's also awakened. So if I had her at level 10 and gold with 3 stars, then I would probably sub her in for maybe say Chris, and probably go like this, and then I would probably throw in Layla at that point, because now I have 4 female commanders, and I got a pretty good buff on that front line with these first 2, and even Arya helps with the infantry defense at 48% plus her passives as well. So that's actually a pretty good lineup right there. Now, if you don't have Layla 4 stars, her at 3 stars is almost useless unless it's a cav formation. So I still would go Andrea in that respect, and then I'd probably go, like I said, depending on what you had, I'd go back to Chris. For myself, Andrea is not very good, so I'm not going to do that. I would probably go with, you know, maybe like let's see, Tyrion's 15% defense and 15% attack, so that's decent as well. But that's all he is right there, actually. So he does, you know, you're expecting to attack spears. You're expecting to get that extra damage even from your commanders as well. So looking at what you have here, that's, you know, 15%. Haley might be even better because now she's doing 30% for the attack. So I might actually go with her instead of Tyrion because she has a little bit more there. And then when you're looking at like maybe something like Rey, you know, if you had her gold, then you're looking at a 40% infantry attack plus 15% health. So she would be even better there too. It really just depends on how upgraded they are. But just for the infantry by themselves, this would be a very good idea to have a formation similar to this. And then, like I said, something that I would have, maybe something similar there. And also make sure that when you do these, you have your dragon in there with the skills that you want as well. So if you don't have all the Legion skills, which are the best skills, then if you don't have that, which is fine, then get the attack skills for infantry or the health skills and just mix them up if you want to do that. A lot of these formations, these mono formations, are put together for rebel camps because you want these against those rebel camps that are all spear or like a spear infantry, something like that they have going on. So, and something like I said, you can always check is you can look over here and you can see Haley is only at level 9, so I'm not getting the full amount of troops that you would get. But if I look at my other, so that's why another thing you have to look at. So you're looking at her only getting 15,000, so I'm missing 6,000 troops there. That's when you want to consider maybe another commander in there. So if I'm considering another one, you figure that the infantry are going to be going into spear, so you probably don't want a cav commander, you'd want maybe a spear commander. So if I went in there to look at that, maybe Annie would be good because she gives total attack and total defense, which is actually better than Haley. So this is something that I would consider as well. This is actually probably a better swap to be able to do that. However, then you would look at Julian as well, because Julian is just the overall really good too. So with his total attack basically at like 70%, I think is what it is. So I'd probably throw him in there, and this is the kind of the formation that I would kind of present if I was going for a mono infantry formation. So this is kind of what I'm going to do. I want to go over these kind of videos like this, and then maybe I'll throw in some other ones as well. First, and one I kind of want to piggyback off of this mono formation. If you do have like an infantry front line, and then you want to go with an infantry, say infantry spear or infantry cav, the other two dual formations, then you're looking at who do you want to eliminate and maybe throw in. Say if it's a inf cav, who do you want to throw in there? If you're inf cav, who do you have here? Obviously, if you have Layla, that's definitely who you're going to be putting in there, and then try to get their other female commanders in there as well. Now, who do you want to eliminate from this? This is where it becomes a little more difficult. But right off looking at it right off the top of my head, I'm taking Chris out because Julian gives a whole lot of damage with just infantry. Plus he'll do cavalry as well, so he's going to be in most of my formations. Lats will help boosting that front line. Arya I have her here 4 stars, and so her 4-star ability goes off, plus she's boosting the front line, and then Seg's 4-star with boosting the front line as well. So that's probably where I would go with that. I might actually consider, if I had Chris 4-star, I might consider him, but his 4-star is pretty bad. Or Chris is really, or I'm sorry, Seg's really isn't that great either. So I hope this gives you kind of an idea of what you're kind of looking at for these formations. If you have any specific questions about commanders that you have, then go ahead and make a comment about it, and I'll take a look. Probably have to ask them a follow-up question because this becomes very specific to the quality that you have them at. How upgraded you have them. Are they all at level 10? Are they at level 9? And it depends on how many troops you have. You can see you're going to bring either 11,000 troops, 15,000 troops, or you're going to bring the 21,000 troops. And then it also depends on their awakening. So there's a lot of different things involved with that. And then to even go beyond that, you're looking at what commanders work well together, and that is just a video for another time. So I hope this gave you a better idea. The next couple videos I'll do will go over the cavalry, the spear, and I'll even do another video about Bowman as well for those few of you that actually have the Bowman builds. So until next time, Mac out.